Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to Norland. If you haven't seen Norland on the channel, highly recommend that you go look at the demo. Even though it has a lot of older stuff, isn't maybe quite as relevant, or you can just stick right here and watch the new series. So this is Norland. It's a strategy game mixed with a lot of RPG elements where you are in charge of a noble family trying to expand its kingdom through its giving orders to workers, through going to battle, through intrigue with your own nobles and the nobles around you. It's a lot of awesome things, and I am finally excited to reveal and show off this review as we lead up to launch. First and foremost though, I am associated with Hooded Horse. If you want to know what that means, go into the description and watch that video. Plain and simple, won't focus on it anymore, but need to put it anyways. As mentioned, this is the release or close to the release version of Norland as we can get. There have been a lot of improvements to the economy, to RPG interactions, to building structures, and everything in between. So we are going to start a new game. We have all of our family settings which have improved over time. Two brothers and a wife is the pretty typical start. I do like that. A husband, wife, and a child is also great. Two sisters and a son. I don't know quite about that one. Two brothers, three sisters, fathers, and daughters. We're not going to worry about all of those. I like two brothers and a wife approach because it allows me to be able to go out and do all the things that I need to do. One of the awesome things as well is that we have the ability to modify all sorts of things on us. I want to be bald because that's what I am in real life, with a pretty decent beard. There we go. That is actually me. But the hair color is black. Yes, indeedy. There we go. That's more of the color. There we go. I don't want to be like super duper pale. There we go. We could probably go a little bit darker. Body, let's face it, that's probably more of the correct assumption there. But I'm going to make myself skinny because I totally can. We are going to roll with Havoc here. There we go. And then Ignata, sure, why not? But one of the cool things that we can do here is we can modify all of our skills. So for instance, persuasion, effectiveness of actions, bribery and intrigues, teaching, intelligence is relatively good. Trade is going to give us the best things overall. I don't want to manage much on my end here. But one of the things we need to mention is that with each skill, we do increase in age. So it's one of the things that I want to make sure that we kind of be mindful of as we go along. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of intelligence, maybe reduce the teaching quite so much. Management, okay, sure. Let's go down one there. Our wife, though, is probably what we want to focus on a little bit more. Intelligence is great, don't get me wrong, but I think her management skills are going to be more important than anything. Trade, persuasion, none of that truly really matters. I don't need her in the combat situation. I need her to be able to manage things very well. And then we can go and boost her intelligence. Persuasion, why not? And then Paramir, we're going to go and name him Nexus because he is our largest supporter on the channel. There we go. We are going to have him. We don't need two people decent at trade, but we do need Boyo, who's really good at commanding, and then is also pretty darn good at combat. We're going to go ahead and keep him as is there. Now, one of the cool things we can do as well is we have our culture. So we have the Varn, the Caden, Tanaya, and Maka. So these are kind of things, for instance, we value peace. Yeah, we're not doing that. We are going to do the Caden, I think is probably what I really want to do. We're actually going to go with the Maka there. I think that would be good. Maybe we don't want to realize with church politics just yet. Maybe we'll go with the Caden and be a little more pushy in that regard. So this is a war-focused faction. Being former barbarians, we used to guard its borders. They value honor and martial valor above all. Yeah, absolutely. Now, one of the other things here, early balding, that's totally fine. We have a couple of things that we can do in terms of character traits. That would be really, really nervous, really good. Let's go ahead and let's do, yeah, nervous breakdown is fine. Mental impairment, constant positive thought. There we go. Empathetic. There we go. I actually like this entire setup here, although it totally just messed up my people. There we go. All right. Now, the next thing we have to do is we have to decide which place that we want to live in. Now, we are dealing with the Unholy Horde, which is going to start over here, so I don't feel comfortable going over here. We kind of want to be maybe the last people to worry about being attacked. Enchantment's a great place. Sparksville is also a great place. Silverhaven, I didn't see. Silverhaven isn't too bad, and it does have a lot more mining stuff. We're gonna go with Silverhaven. And then as usual, we can pick our thing. All right, so I got my guy. Nice little black stag on a gold background. Havocton is definitely where we're gonna go. The Caden is again our strength. We can set up our game perimeters. Now I like this parameters. I said perimeters. I really enjoy the hostage situation. It's a great place to begin with. But we do have things like Nectar's Children, in which all your lords and 20 peasants are dependent on consuming nectar. Makes it harder. But we could do other things. Your noble house is ruled by an exiled bastard, has learned to stand up for herself, a decent army. Decent amount of weapons are available, but the food was consumed, so we would have to worry about that. We have deserters, large and formidable camp of bandit deserters who emerged. This additional challenge, yep, the juice of life. Lots of things we can do here, but I'm not going to do any of that because time until aging. Here we go. We'll do longevity just because that's fun. Each level of mine contains 500. Let's go and do that just for kicks and giggles as well. Definitely going to start the game. Let's dive right on in. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. A really nice plot of land and plenty of room to expand without a doubt. Now we start with some relatively humble beginnings with a dormitory for the majority, all of our peasants. Enough houses for all three of our lords, because even though these... I'm married to Tesla, which I think is hilarious. We still go in different places. Now, we have lots of instructions. This game has been updated with a fantastic tutorial system that is really, really great. Sorry, don't know why I clicked on that. But we have some things we have to do right off the bat. So we want to make sure that we get our production of our resources done very, very well and very quickly. So we're going to place, I think we need 3 lumberjacks, all kind of in different areas of the place. And then what's going to happen is we'll give instructions as our lord, and we'll be able to rumble in the jungle there. Now, I'm only going to do 1 farm for the time being as well. So we're going to go ahead and hit play. Everyone gets paid, and we are right as rain. So our lord's going to say, hey, you're going to go do this, go do that, go do this. Awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well done. Awesome. Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. So we got that rocking and rolling. Now, what we need to do next is go ahead and build some of the more important aspects of our place, our settlement, such as a tavern area, so that way they can buy alcohol, which is really, really important. We also need our library in order to be able to learn new knowledgeable things. That knowledge is going to be very crucial for us. For instance, we can't build a mine or a rye field unless we have the knowledge to do so. So that's going to be a really crucial aspect that we need to consider. But then we also have our own great things. I thought we had the ability to... Maybe we aren't so knowledgeable as I thought. That's okay, though. That's fine. We don't have anyone to learn yet because we don't have anyone to build the library and research the knowledge there. So one of the things we have to do is we have to basically assign people, our nobles, into the area to give these people instructions. They need instructions once every 3 days in order to be functional, which means you do have to kind of balance who you're talking to, how many people, or how many buildings your lord is managing in order to be at its most efficient. So we're definitely going to work on that. Everyone's going to be good. And it's a little bit of a slow start from the beginning, but we'll be all right. People have nowhere to pray. Yeah, I get it. We need a barracks. I get that as well. I don't even know that I can build a barracks. I can. Fantastic. Go ahead and come up here with that one. And we're off to a fantastic start. Let's go ahead and get an army rolling in. We have some decent warriors, but I want to bring in... Holy Moses. That's too many. That's too intense. Let's go ahead and just get 40 per day. That's a lot. And like, I get this dude. He's a knight, experienced warrior, can also lead a squad instead of a lord. And grant him a title to accept him into the family. Takes a day or 2 to reach your settlement. Honestly, for everything that's costing, that's not a whole lot more. That's really cool, though. Bringing in a knight would be awesome. Let's do both of these guys. That's a hefty investment, but that gives us a massive lead in terms of people who we can use. That's huge. Okay, nope, we're fine with that. That's totally cool. And we will get them in a day, and then we'll go after our wife, who is currently in prison. Yeah, I know. She's in captivity. It sucks. But it is what it is. We'll be all right. Everyone will be hunky-dory. And we'll rock with it. All right, our first work day is over. It ends at 6 o'clock proper. We have our trader, which comes in not every single day, but a majority of the days to be able to trade with us. We are going to build one more dormitory to try and handle everyone else. As you can see, it's not going to happen too easily. And our trader comes in. Let's go ahead and interact with them and see what we can't get done. Sweet. All right, so he does have knowledge that we're going to want to try and get. A peasant's house would be nice. Scaffold, we need a temple. So we're going to do that. Hop field and beer, we need that as well. A peasant's house, not really right now. A flavorful ale isn't as important either. Possibly a scaffold. Now, mind you, we have a lot that we need to... we have a lot. We have a lot. That's for sure. And we need to make sure we're mindful of the market as well. You can see market saturation is 100% a deal. And we never want to oversaturate the market at all. So we're going to make sure that we try not to do that. But again, I want to make some money. I want to get some more weapons, for instance. So let's go ahead and get some spears. Yeah, they're better than maces. There we go. Let's go ahead and trade that. I think I'm going to go ahead and sell my maces just because we don't want to worry about it. And then I am going to purchase all of his ale because we need that. So again, we kind of tanked our economy, but what's going to happen is that at the end of every day, we can set the prices for all of this stuff, and we can determine, hey, that's not bad at all. Increase the wages of our workers. You want to make sure that workers have the ability to buy food, but also every other day-ish be able to buy beer. So we definitely want to make sure that that's something available to them. So for instance, let's say every 2 days they need to purchase food, or every 2 days ale, we'll just call it beer, and then food every day. That's 12. They could, in theory, if they manage their money right, buy some rutabaga and buy some beer, which is what we want. That's great. That works well. And I think we need to go ahead and pay our warriors a little bit extra as well, so that way they stay happy and they can purchase their stuff. In terms of everything here, food production is absent. Taverns aren't functioning. We need a barracks. All of those will come within the next day, basically. We just have to be careful with our money and also be able to work pretty well. All right, 7 o'clock in the morning, nice and early. Everyone needs to get up. Everyone needs to eat. If we had a temple, which we will get, then we would definitely be able to do morning service. But outside of that, 8 o'clock is when the day starts running. And we still need our main people coming in. They'll come here in 10 hours, and then we'll go have some fun and go liberate our wife so we can be happy people. Now, important persons, obviously, we need them to go. We don't have any bad desires at the moment, which is totally fine. And here we go. This is our tavern where everything will get sold at the end of the day. And we need to get beer production up and running too. So there's lots of things that we have to do every single day. And as you can see here, if you hover over, it's 1 day and 21 hours until someone needs instructions again. So we'll make sure that kind of things are balanced. Whenever we get Tesla in, we can switch her out and have her kind of run about and do most of the errands all day in terms of that production value. But it's not too shabby. We're about to build our library, and then we can start rolling on getting the education done. Brilliant. So we go over here to knowledge. What do we want the most? I feel like we want a rye field the most. So we're going to have Siniston. Oh, it looks like they didn't name me correctly. And they didn't name Siniston as well. So he's going to go in, and you can see here that Siniston is studying rye and field, or Nexus, once probably the next thing goes down. And then for ourselves, Havoc, we're going to go ahead and learn hop field and beer, so we can get a rye field for the wheat, we can get the hops, and then we can turn those into beer, which is going to be a very lucrative deal for us. One more hour and our people will come in. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and head out into the world. As you can see, this is the world. Ooh, we have some end of day stuff going on. We're going to go ahead and pause real quick on that. But we have lots of things going on around us. So we can see that Wind Peak doesn't like us because we're richer than them. It's the same here with Dust Valley. That's totally fine. They can be jelly of my skills and my abilities. We can just go in and raid them. We are a little more mindful of that. There's a lot of things to do here, though. So, for instance, we need to go liberate our wife. Absolutely. But then we could go and say, hey, these people, they want herbs, and they can sell us moonshine. I think that's right. Or things over here, like, for instance, they have rye, and I think they would give us tools. I'm not entirely sure how that works, by the way, but we're still rocking and rolling. But what we need to do here is we need to liberate our wife. Some unfortunate and hungry people leaving your town have resorted to becoming bandits. So there's 6 bandits, possible loot, as well as potential prisoners, and our hostage. So what we're going to do, we are going to attack on the local map. We're going to create a new squad, and we are going to have Havoc, or Nexus lead rather, because he has the best command score. And then we're definitely going to throw these guys in as warriors and put in the rest of the people as well. And then what we need to do is we need to equip everyone. So we are going to go boom, boom, boom. And we only need 4 spears there. So everyone has their own equipment, which is great. Eventually we'll get more armor, we'll get more shields, we'll do all of that stuff. Havoc doesn't need to be involved in this, although, yes, he does. We're definitely going to do that. And we're going to create those warriors. And we're going to lead them and send the army to go liberate. And then what they will literally do, they will all gather their goods. And we're going to be like, har, har, we need to go after them. We need to go get them. And we should go get them. Avas, there we go. And they're going to go head out and they're going to go do all the things to liberate everyone that needs liberated. All right, so we will have one more day of people not living in homes. And that's all right. We're kind of at the tippity top before we need to do probably another one. I'm going to go ahead and get that done. One more dormitory, and then we'll be done with the dormitories, believe me, because they don't get quite as satisfied in regular dormitories, which is understandable. And then over here, they have purchased a lot of stuff, so you can see we actually made some gold for the day, and that's going to kind of balance out what we do. And we're going to get an economic, there we go, economic report. So our total balance, we paid out 85 in wages. We produced 131 gold worth of resources were we to sell it. We sold 151 gold worth of goods, and then resources invested in the economy, 395. So we're good there, and we're already here for the battle. We are definitely going to fight it, and we can see that we outnumber them. We have a higher combat skill. Our mood, which is our morale, is heavily affected by them. And then we have a good amount of equipment. So we're going to go ahead and do the battle map. And battles are very straightforward. So we're just going to simply click and tell them to go after them. And that's kind of the deal that we do at the moment. One of the things I do kind of wish for the game is that we could say, hey, protect the archers. Like, I wonder if that will... I want them to automatically attack the rebels. But they won't do that until we hit the attack button. All right, we've got some audio issues, but it's not a big deal. This is like typical. So I'm not concerned there. So deployed 9. We didn't lose any. None escaped, none were captured. They deployed 6, 2 escaped, but we captured 4 of them. So we get 150 loot. Our relationship with our neighbors goes up because we took out bandits. The attitude towards the matriarch, rather, also goes up because we took out bandits. We got loot and we got people. And our hostage has been freed, which is our wife. Praise the matriarch. We come back with more than we left with, and we can start doing things like Tesla can start taking over this, and Tesla can start going here. And all is well and good in the neighborhood. Our king is super duper happy. because we fulfilled everything we needed to do. We don't need to worry about direct orders. At the beginning of your to-do list, the tasks assigned are displayed. Need to bother them. That's fine. Totally understand all of that. And you can see that that's where they're doing. And tomorrow, he'll give his orders and he'll go do some knowledge. He'll go pray afterwards. Things of that nature. All right, so some soldiers have inflamed wounds. And flesh wolves are attacking workers. We'll address that tomorrow. We're going to let people get some sleep, though, for today. And we're up and running. So one of the funny things here down at the bottom, it's not day 1. It's definitely day 3, 100%, but that's okay. And then this is just saying, hey, we have protection of the loving family, which is kind of like the overarching family in charge of everyone on the world. And so we're good there, basically, is what they're telling us. We have protection for a while. That'll go down if we have some potential scuffles with other people. One of the new additions as well is that roads are no longer aesthetic only. They increase movement speed by a whole heckin' lot. So this is one of the things that I do want to focus on, is we want people and to go a wee bit faster than they were going before. It does cost a significant amount of money, so you want to be careful how you use it. But that's all well and good. Now, one of the cool things that we can do if we want to kind of make things and people happier is we could be of one of two minds. For one, we could hire 7 bandits with a good combat skill. They don't have weapons, but that's okay. They'll cost $350. People won't like me as a result, but it would vastly improve my army. Now, as you can see here, they don't have a big army. They don't have a big army either. Starstream does have a large army, and in fact, they've already established an alliance with Windpeak, so we would already be kind of in the dirt, as it were. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, we're definitely going to hire bandits. Is there any reduction in cost here? Nope, we're just going to send a messenger. Go do it, and we're going to hire them, and we're definitely going to use that to bolster our army, which means we probably need to start working on weapons production pretty daggum soon, I think. No worries there. We do also have a couple of vassals. So they're going to give us 80 rutabaga in one day. They're going to give us 50 wood in one day. So that's great. What do we got here? We could loot these peeps. But I don't want to be too aggressive too quickly. I feel like that could cause some problems. It might cause some problems. We'll see. And then people, our guys need interactions. So I'm going to have Havoc and Nexus go in and start, we're going to go hunt some wolves together. Yes, yes, my friend. And then again, stuff's being doled out, but they're going to start purchasing things on top of it. Flesh wolves are attacking nearby workers. Daytime patrols. Flesh wolves are quite strong. You can send lords on a hunt, gather a squad of soldiers, and attack them via right click. I do wonder where the wolves are. Are they just like over here? They are. Dude straight up killed people. Like he did. Alright, let's start a fight. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, that was significantly easy. That's fine. We're going to spend time with my husband. Or she is going to spend time with her husband. We learned Temple. Finally. Heck yes. And now we have a trader as well. So we're going to go ahead and have Havoc come in and do that. But we definitely need a temple, and it kind of does need to be like the centerpiece of our place. It makes sense that it'd be right next to the bar. I think that works for me. But we need to do it quickly. Sweet, we hired bandits. It makes us look a little bad, but I really can't care at the moment. All right. So what we have here is we owe attacks on our warriors at the end of pretty much every day. So that's kind of a hefty fine without a doubt. But what we can do is we can offset it by selling people. Admittedly, these are free workers, but we have so many free people now. I don't care. Like, I need to get this done and out of the way. What do we have here, though? We have a pig farm, which would be great. I just don't know that we need it. A training ground would be awesome. We are going to need some more weapons. So we will currently have 13 soldiers total, and we only have enough for 7. So we do need to get, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and sell up to our max here. We're not out of our medical salve just yet, which is great. But I do think we got to get some meat in here because our people, our nobles will need some meat. I think that's a pretty good deal overall. But that does mean we should probably start working on gathering a relative number of prisoners every single time, so we can start working on that. Now, as mentioned earlier, so this guy's good. He's got some great intelligence. But we have a couple of knights here that we can totally grant a title, making them a full-fledged member of the family. Now, this will cost 100 gold, but he'll receive that title. Attitude of other lords is -20. I'm okay with that. We're going to go ahead and grant him a title, because I'm sure he has a decent amount that he could contribute to us. There we go. Sweet. Now we have Gerbert. Everyone's okay. Everyone's actually pretty darn good, all things considered. We are going to need to build a lord's house for him, though. So that'll have to go there. No problems at all. Havoc doesn't want to sleep. Why don't you want to sleep, bro? There we go. Yeah, fatal fatigue. Go to sleep, dude. Oh, because... Oh, no, Gerbert's over there. So who's in here? No one. Havoc, sleep, dude. You dingleberry. We also need another barracks to house all of our warriors there as well. All right. So what we need to do is we need to have this guy. We're going to spend wolf hunting with Gerbert because we need him to be happy with us. He's currently homeless, but we'll work on that. That's not a problem. And then we'll be right as rain there. Tesla's going in. She's giving some instructions. We could honestly have Gerbert give some instructions too. But we have a lot. We have a lot to consider as well. We need someone to keeping prisoners. We need someone to learn mine. That's going to have to end up being Tesla because Gerbert isn't exactly the most brilliant person in the world. There we go. Get to it, Gerbert. All right. Well, the king's ambitions. The king decides it's time to announce the ambitions that will determine the future of your noble family. So fertile is going to be one of the easiest. That simply gives us a goal to reach in terms of population. We can do conquer. We can add 3 vassals to our kingdom. We can be a unifier, expand your alliance of free cities to 3 provinces, or be economic, achieve a daily production of goods worth 1,668. That's not too bad, but I definitely think fertile is going to be one of the better, easier things that we can do. So I'm going to kind of ease my way into that area by doing that. Sweet. Casterly has brought in a whole heckin' lot of rutabaga, and then our other vassal will bring in the wood. All right, cool. This gives us some daily stats on who we are and what we're doing. That's not a problem at all. The average mood of our warriors is 56, so maybe that'll change in the future. What we're going to do is we're going to work on a sermon of faith, becoming a fanatic, and an agnostic, becoming a regular believer. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll have him give the faith. Oh, what's the other one? A sermon of doubt. What does that do? Chance of a fanatic becoming a regular believer and a believer becoming agnostic. I don't know what we want to do. We're going to do a sermon of faith for now and hope that that's good for us. Now, it was mentioned that our warriors' moods aren't too great. They're full of energy. Bones promised me luck. Okay, no worries there. So we need to figure out what we want to do in our other areas. We could go up here and impress the locals. These people really don't like me. I'm wondering if I can't do something to them. Notify the ruler his city awaits destruction. No, I don't think we want to do that. Okay, so the city sells iron and it buys flour. Okay, no worries there. We could kidnap a lord. We could do a hall robbery. A library robbery where we could get some potential knowledge. Try and kidnap a lord. A lord's assassination. I wonder how... We don't have great success with that. We honestly don't have great success with any of that. So we're not going to offer anything. We could do the king. We could demand vassalage as well. We could threaten plunder. We'll have to figure it out. But what we have now is the knowledge of rye and mills, which means we can now do a rye field. We probably should do 2 rye fields, but I don't know that I don't have the ability to do that right now. And then production, we can get a mill going, which we could do right next to it. Nice. That's going to be great for us because it's going to give us the ability to turn rye into flour, which we can sell flour for our people. There we go. It's the end of the day. People need to purchase all the good stuff. I guess that isn't every single day, is it? That's okay. We're just running low on some goods, so it needs to be something we need to think about. I want you to spend time with your husband. And we can't see if we can't get a child going, if you know what I mean. We'll see. But in terms of knowledge, we do need to get people up to date with some stuff. We need a scaffold so we can start potentially killing some people. And then we'll get Gerbert into keeping prisoners. It keeps him busy, I think, and that's what he needs. We have a pain from an injury, mild hunger, and we are agnostic. We're going to change that because I'm going to start leading the sermons. All right, so you can see here the pain level. We have a pain threshold of 50. Our pain level is at 6 because of a cut and some minor bruises. All right, no, we're good there. Awesome. Economic report. We actually ended up in the positive. Look at that. Fantastic. That's great. So here we go here. This is what we see, that tribute went up by a lot. A tribute from your vassals. We got more rings. No, we didn't. We didn't get more rings. But food and drink, that went up. And we consumed quite a bit, but that's okay. We are okay. So we ended up in the positive, which is great. We're going to let these guys get some rest. And then I think we're going to go after one of these guys. This guy, I don't know that there's anything we can do here. He's upset that we're richer than him. I just don't know. I don't know that I want to do anything. Let's set up some dark deeds. They do not agree. Submit within 3 days. You'll be required to attack their city. They'll become your vassal by force. If you don't attack, you'll be seen as a coward. I'm going to go ahead and demand vassalage. I'm going to send... Ooh, hold on. Civilization disappears gradually. The process can last for centuries. But a ruler knowledgeable in history must understand that only by uniting warring kingdoms can you prevent the onset. Norland is now at a crossroads. The church has long been unable to cope with the challenges. Frequent wars, famine, disease have become commonplace. Unite 12 Norland provinces, either as a king of a vassal, proclaim yourself as the new emperor. We're going to go ahead and work on that. Yep, we are going to demand vassalage. We'll use Gerbert, give him something to do. Right after our morning sermon. Sweet, everyone should be encouraged, and we'll be right as rain. Sweet, so we had a nice conversation with Tesla, and she gave us our knowledge, the knowledge of the temple. So now, were anything to happen to her, we have plenty of people who know about it. And we also just learned hop field and beer, which is flapping great. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to be able to use it, but that's okay. And let's go ahead and, yeah, let's upgrade all of our lumber mills, rather, to be able to handle all of that. Hop field and beer, that's fantastic. I'm super excited about it because that does also mean that we can start making beer with our brewery. We'll go and just slap that like right here behind the library. Now, because we have actual production level thing, we can actually do production. So do until we have, I wish I could make that not 1/2. Let's do until like 100. There we go. That uses only 29, which will be totally fine. Totally fine. We're rocking and rolling. Protection of loving family is lifted. That's fine. The faction has become our enemy. You've challenged the authority. Let's see what they say. And we've removed the loving family because we did an action like that. It's totally fine. An enemy is plotting. Oh no. One or several kings have fallen below -15. If you don't improve your relations with them soon, aggressive action. Protect yourself from intrigues. Place patrols near the hall, library, and lord's houses. Try to raise the loyalty of your lords higher to defend against bribery. Also, happy lords have a chance to become loyalists, which cannot be bribed. Interesting. Okay, cool. I like it. So what we need to do is we need to start developing... Okay, they want a peace treaty. No, this is great. This is exactly what we need to have happen. Proposal of a peace treaty. Enter into a peace treaty. We will send a Nexus out to do it, and we'll be good there. Great, fantastic. Because that kind of protects us from the north and allows us to expand underneath in the south. Oh boy, this intrigue is going to go crazy. And I am all here for it. We've also learned the knowledge of mines as well. Man, we are cranking today, aren't we? There we go. That's not a priority. I will say build the lumberjacks first. And we're going to see what happens. The trader's in town as well. We need to definitely get him rocking and rolling. All right, so we owe 248. That's a really flippin' flappin' hefty sum, without a doubt. We're going to offset that with a little bit of rutabaga. We could offset that with some flour, just a little bit of flour, nothing crazy. We could sell like the temple, or we could start actually writing books. We actually have 2 copies of temple that we don't need, so we're good there. We only lost 8 buckaroonies on that front, so I consider that a win. I don't really think we need anything else. We have 12 warriors, and we have more than enough stuff here. Nope, I'm good. Let's not worry about you. See you later. Hope you have a good rest of your day, holy caravan. And we'll be all right. People will purchase their goods. We'll get up into the positive. And I'm actually really satisfied. All right, the proposal of a peace treaty. We've proven to be wiser than the rest. I'm confident that peace and prosperity will... awesome. That's fantastic. Signed by me and no one else. The King Zorobor. Sweet. It means during this period, the parties cannot raid villages, attack cities, or compel each other into vassalages. All dark deeds and unfriendly intrigues are also precluded. I assume that's just against them, which means our relationship with them goes up. So for once, we're actually in a decent place. Yeah, we're actually in a really decent place for sure. We could eventually take out these bandits, but what we're basically going to do, we're going to wait for them to give an answer. Take care of them because they only have 4 warriors. And then once they're our vassals, we're going to sneak on in. We're going to take out the bandits and be like, look, we got your back. We're awesome as lords over you. So you needed us. And I think that'll really, really help things. I'm hoping anyways. So we do have that peace treaty. I don't have the ability to... Why can't I... Oh, I can marry him off to Havoc. Lona, the bride's noble house will receive 660 bucks. What I want to know is, can I sway here 710? But the relationship will improve by 25. That's riding a dark, dangerous line. I'm going to go ahead and increase... We could eventually get into tools. I think that would be good. And to be honest, he has a bigger army than this dude. I definitely want to appease this guy more. We're going to marry Havoc or Nexus off there. That bride price is a heckin' lot, but maybe we'll be able to get some stuff. This would be able to offset it. If we could find other places to raid over here as well, I think that would be good. But we're waiting for this answer here, which should happen right now. Nope. Okay, that's totally fine. Okay, and to wrap up what's going on, coward and murderer. Today, in front of all, I boldly declare that we shall not become your vassal. I fear not death, be it in this world or the next. However, in the memories of all, I aspire to be remembered as a valiant warrior. All right, so we're going to attack the city, or we're going to do that in the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you are going to enjoy Norland as much as I am already enjoying Norland. And we also got to see Sparksville. Nice to meet you, Sparksville. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support this channel, which I hope that you would want to, go ahead and leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comments section below, and let me know what you think or what are the things that I should do in order to make this all even better for you. Outside of that, be on the lookout for the next episode. This is Havoc, and I will see you all in the next one.